Welcome back to the Team to Beat Miami Heat podcast, your one-stop shop for daily Miami Heat content. My name is Amir. For today's episode, I want to talk about Bam Adebayo and his continued struggles offensively this season with the Miami Heat. The Miami Heat are 9-10, and they're seventh in the East, which is okay, but still they've lost some questionable games. And Bam Adebayo has only played good against some of the bad teams in the NBA. He's had 2 or 3 really good games out of the 18 or 19 games that we've played so far this season. And if he's going to be one of our franchise cornerstone players, he needs to wake up. He needs to step up. It's not all on Bam Adebayo, but still, his shooting numbers have been really bad this season. They've raised some eyebrows. And so I want to unpack and identify what's going on with Bam Adebayo. He recently met with reporters and said that, he's struggling right now, but he's going to figure it out. We'll get to that soon. But let's talk about his stats so far this season. So Bam is averaging only 15 points per game. He averaged 20 points per game last season, 19 before that. So he's only missing 2 or 3 field goals per game compared to the previous years. But still, it's much bigger than that. It's much bigger than just the points. This is his lowest point average since his second year in the league, which is not a good sign. Even more surprising, he's averaging 41% from the field. 41%. That is awful for a big man. This is the first time in his career in the NBA that it has dipped below 50%, which is really concerning for a player that was as efficient as Bam Adebayo. That is a significant drop, and we need to uncover why. And I think part of the reason why is his mentality. He gets really psyched out at times. He gets in his head, and when he's struggling, he starts thinking about the missed shots. He becomes more hesitant, less aggressive. He's looking to pass the ball. And you could see when he does finally make a shot, if after he's gone 1 for 5, 1 for 7, he just always goes like this. Or he's like, finally. Like, he does that every single game, it seems like, because every single game this season, he's been struggling. Look at his field goal percentage. Like, last season, he was averaging 52% from the field. That's 11% less than last season. But I think when, again, he gets in a slump, he starts becoming less aggressive, and he doesn't want to mess up. Like, he doesn't want to miss, and he doesn't want to shoot. And I've had that myself as just a basketball player when I play. And if I'm playing horribly, especially offensively, and I'm bricking like my first 6 shots, I don't want to shoot anymore. I'm going to start thinking about my shot. I'm not going to play in flow and in motion of the game. I'm going to just start hesitating, and I'm going to get out of my game, and I'm not going to play as good overall. I understand the mental side of basketball is huge. The psychological aspect about basketball is huge. That's why players like Michael Jordan and Hakeem Olajuwon, or other players in that era, or just in this era, like Steph Curry, have this confidence that makes them so much better than other players that have a bigger skill set or that are more talented or athletic. So anyway, Bam Adebayo has been struggling big time. So I think it's his mentality. Usage rate is also down. His usage rate, I think, is like at 21%. It was like 25 last year. So that is one reason why his points are down, not why his field goals are down. I think the field goal piece is because of his mentality. If we look at Bam's shot chart this year too, which is concerning, is in the paint, he's shooting 51.6% in the paint, which is terrible. That is not even close to what the league average is. The league average in the paint is 59.2%. That is unacceptable for Bam Adebayo. He is not finishing at the rim. That is a huge factor. He's missing bunnies. He's missing dunks. He's missing layups. He's not the best post-up player, so he's missing these post-up opportunities. And it's unfortunate because when he was in the dotted line area to that free throw line area, that was where he would get that nice turnaround fadeaway jump shot and got most of his points. We know that Spo is trying to focus more on a 5-out motion offense, trying to hit more threes, trying to eliminate the mid-range. But Bam Adebayo is not fitting in with this new offensive structure. But either way, when he's going back to his mid-range game during games in situational times, he's still shooting 51% in that area, which is just terrible. If we look higher above, actually, to the free throw line kind of area in the paint, he's shooting 35%, and the league average is 44, which is just not good at all. In terms of the baseline, he's shooting 31% compared to 43% average. And then 3-point average, he's shooting like 30 something percent, average is 35. So not good for Bam Adebayo. So his shot chart does not look good and he's struggling. And so Bam isn't letting those struggles define him, though, after all this shit that I'm talking about Bam Adebayo. He, in his own words, said that everybody is not going to have a great game in every game, which is true. It is what it is, he said. He's focused on staying confident and not overthinking the game, which I think he's overthinking the game. I think that's the biggest thing, what he does, and he's been doing that for years. So he said, not overthinking the game, which is exactly what you want to hear from a player of his caliber. Coach Eric Spoelstra also weighed in saying he'll just be fine. We'll get through this little stretch that's a little bit noisy. Spo knows Bam's value goes far beyond scoring, which I said earlier. Obviously, he's the defensive anchor for this team. He's a playmaker for this team. He's a rebounder for this team. He does everything. Obviously, he's not the most gifted player offensively, but still, it's unacceptable not being able to finish in the paint because that's your bread and butter, obviously. Bam, his teammates obviously are saying the right things. Hero recently pointed out that Bam's impact isn't just scoring; it's obviously his defense, rebounding, his ability to rack up double doubles and triple doubles, which are critical to the Heat's success. It's like, yeah, no shit. Obviously, his teammates are going to have his back, but this has been impacting the team. Like I said, it's been leading to losses. It's not all on him, but Bam's struggles have definitely impacted the Miami Heat's offense. His versatility is an important and valuable piece on both ends of the floor. And so we need him to be a cog and someone who could actually finish at the rim and score. We need him to get back to his averages of like 50% from the field, which will drastically increase his ability to score. Like he's added that 3-point shot to his arsenal. He's not shooting a ton right now because I think it's that confidence thing again. But if he could be efficient all around the court, then if he also starts taking 3-pointers per game, hitting at least one, I think he could average like 22 points per game if he was actually shooting well in the paint and in that mid-range, which he typically does. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think Bam's shooting slump is just a slump, or do you think it's something more? Are you guys concerned? Do you think he's going to wake up like Spo is basically saying and figure shit out? I don't know. It's been 20 games almost. So at this point, like it is what it is. Like what Bam said, he needs to step up. He can't have these single digit games or games where he's scoring only 12 points per game. We need him to get back to like that 18 to 20 point range. We need him to be more effective. So anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel.